Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Njoki, and if you're returning, welcome back. I normally do videos around cleaning, motherhood, and lifestyle, and today we're gonna be doing an awesome recipe. We're going to be making granola. So if you are interested in knowing how we make it, stick around till the end of this video. And without much further ado, let's get right into the video. So for granola, the dry ingredients, we're gonna start with oats. I already have my oats. Oats are the main ingredients to granola. Then we're gonna use two of your favorite spices. You could use pumpkin spice, cloves, nutmeg. Today I'm using cinnamon and cloves, ground cloves. Then you're gonna need dried fruit. You can add as many dried fruits as you want, but today I'm gonna only be using raisins for mine. Then you're gonna need seeds or nuts, raw seeds or nuts. I'm gonna be using sunflower seeds. Then I'm also gonna use part of the dry ingredients as coconut flakes because I like the flavor, but coconut flakes are optional. You can still make granola without coconut flakes. And then lastly, in the dry ingredients, I'm gonna use salt, a pinch of salt, just to elevate the flavor. Now for the wet ingredients, we will use an oil. You can use sunflower oil, you can use olive oil, you can use granola oil, whichever oil that you prefer. I'm just gonna be using the regular sunflower oil. I will also be using honey. I have my honey here. And to just sweeten, you need a sweetener for granola. So I'm gonna use honey, and because I like mine extra sweet, I'm also gonna add maple syrup, which is here. And then you're gonna need a flavor, whatever flavor you want your granola to be. Whether it's chocolate granola, you're gonna use chocolate, a chocolate essence. If you're gonna make it like a coffee one, you're gonna use the coffee essence. But for me, I'm gonna make the vanilla one, which is like the classic one. And I have here my vanilla essence. So now let's get into mixing the dry ingredients. So right here, I have 3 cups of rolled oats. These are the oats that are store-bought. And then I'm gonna add to it 1 cup of sunflower seeds. I had already measured mine. I just toss them in here and do a quick mix. And then I'm gonna add my coconut flakes, and my coconut flakes are 1 cup as well. Just toss it and mix. It's very, very simple. Then I'm gonna add my dry fruit, my raisins, which are also 1 cup. You can add as many dried fruits as you want. You can add like dried pineapple or whatever dried fruits of your liking. You can add them as well. Then I'm gonna add my spices, which is cloves and cinnamon. So I'm just gonna spread it all around and then do a very good mix. And for the spices, I did a tablespoon of each. 1 tablespoon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon cloves, and it is already giving a very nice rich scent to it. And then before we forget, we're gonna take a pinch, very generous pinch of salt, and then mix it up. You can stir until you are satisfied with how your mixture looks like. And for me, I think the salt is well mixed into there. Now, to make my work easier, I will mix the the wet ingredients separately and then combine them all in here. Okay, so for the wet ingredients, I'm gonna start with the granola oil. No, I'll start with the maple syrup. So this is maple syrup. It's the sweetener, and I have this is 1/4 cup. I'm also taking 1/4 cup of honey. I'm gonna mix it up in there as well, part of my wet ingredients. So that is maple syrup 1/4 cup, maple syrup 1/4 cup, honey. And then next for my oil is also 1/4 cup oil. Last but not least is 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence. 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Then I'm just going to mix it all up and ensure everything is well mixed. So I'm just going to stir it and mix it up as much as it can. It's a bit on the sticky side because of the maple syrup and the honey, but the oil and the vanilla essence is giving it some fluidity, and this is important so that it's first of all well mixed before you include it into the dry ingredients, which is a bit more than in terms of quantity, a bit more than the wet ingredients. So yeah, mix it until you see that it is well combined. Of course it won't be completely combined because of the oil, but as long as you're not able to see the difference to where the maple syrup starts or where the honey starts, that's when you know, oh, it's well mixed. And I think this is well mixed. So you want a very good consistency, a very well mixed consistency of the wet ingredients. Okay, so now to the fun part. We're gonna mix the wet into the dry. So we're going to take the wet ingredients and then just pour it all in the dry ingredients. And then now we'll start mixing. It's smelling so good already. So what you're looking for is that all the dry ingredients get the wet, almost like a Play-Doh consistency, where it's not too dry and it's not too wet. Just mix it until you're satisfied with everything getting a piece of the wet ingredient, and then we'll be ready to put this in the oven. I'm gonna use a bit of arm power in the mixing, and I think that is ready. I feel like everything has gotten part of the wet, so that's ready. Now after you've mixed the dry and the wet, we're going to line your baking tray with a parchment paper. I have already lined mine, and then you're going to preheat your oven to 180 degrees for 10 minutes. And as the oven preheats, let me start by lining down the granola into the baking tray. So I'm going to just pour it in. Okay, now that I have this heap, I'm going to now spread it all out and make it as even as possible, so that when we put it in the oven, it bakes evenly. So once we put it in the oven, what we'll be looking for is that the granola has now become nice and golden. That will be our cue that it is ready. But other than that, you're going to bake it for 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes. You can adjust the time as you check the granola. That means adjusting the time means you may need to add more time depending on your oven, because ovens heat differently. You may need to add time or reduce time, so just keep a close eye on it, and that will be good. And I think mine is nice and even. We can do a quick shot of the before of the granola. So now that my oven has preheated, I'm going to put the granola into the oven and let it bake for 30 minutes. I'm going to use the medium oven. It's heavy. So keep a close eye on it even as you bake it. So now, as you can see, the granola is ready. It's nice and golden brown. This is the kind of color that you're looking for, and ensuring that all of it is nice and tasty. It smells so good. I'm going to allow it to cool completely before I store it in a airtight container, so that I can be having it for my breakfast. And it's an easy, quick and healthy recipe and an easy breakfast idea. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share and subscribe, and join my YouTube family. Until the next video, I'll see you. Bye.